Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for a brand new video on WRC 9. We're here for yet again reviewing another free WRC 9 update, and you know, it's very weird to say that nowadays that we're literally getting free new content on a game on pretty much 2020, since like the DLC policy on all games has just been very annoying in my opinion, and it has even come on racing games eventually. But here on WRC 9 we literally got for this new December update. Well, it was supposed to come on November, but I'm not really gonna complain since everything that I'm getting with this update is free. So what we're getting is 6 new stages around Portugal, a location which in my opinion didn't really need a lot of improvements, whereas back when we had the 6 new finish stages, they were really needed because Finland was a fairly poor location. But we've got 6 new stages around Portugal: Felgueiras Reverse, Arganil Reverse, and also a brand new epic stage which is a combination of the two, 17.9 kilometer stage. This one, Cabesteiras de Basto, I guess that's how we pronounce it, and the reverse one accordingly, as you already know. So I'm already like very impressed that we're getting new stages yet again. I would love to see a new location eventually. I know this is a little bit tougher to do, but with the amount of content that we have at this moment, with all these updates, I think we will see even more greater things in the future. What we also get though is a brand new car, the brand new Toyota Yaris, the concept pretty much, the rally concept of 2021. And yeah, we got a new Yaris. The Yaris was already the best car in the game. Let's see if the new Yaris is a little bit better than its predecessor or something like that. So we'll see about that in this video where I'm going to be driving this car. But what we also got here is a brand new livery for the Citroen C3 WRC, which I'm going to be driving today. And it's also actually driven by Andreas Mikkelsen, which is a very good driver, and I absolutely love Andreas Mikkelsen. So it's good to have him back in the game, and it's also good that I'm going to get the chance to drive the Citroen C3 because I haven't driven that car since WRC 8, and it's good that they also put it on this game on WRC 9 because it really gives you an option for an extra WRC car. You know, this is not like a WRC 2 car or a WRC 3 car or a historic car. These cars actually are on par with the WRC cars, so that makes you actually like try them out and be competitive and all that. You know, you can actually do some very good comparisons with these cars since they're WRC cars. But either way, we're driving firstly around Felgueiras, if I remember the name correctly, and we're going to be driving the brand new Toyota Yaris. The rally concept, as you can see, this car is quite good, but I just don't really like the design at the front. It's still a concept though, so I guess it could be fixed eventually, but I still feel like the Fiesta is the better car, the better looking car. But let's see how this car feels. Does it feel like the older Yaris? And also let's check out these new stages. You know, I've already liked the Portuguese stages, if I'm being honest. So I don't know what to expect here. There's always something great about new stages, since you know Kilton is just the best in designing stages. So you know, we'll just have to wait and see if these stages are going to impress me, and if these stages are really a huge improvement to the Portugal as a location in general on WRC 9. Through a gate there, some high-speed corners, a little bit change there on the gravel there, on the surface of the gravel, a little bit rough gravel now. Really like when they implement such things, and as you can see, a very narrow section right now and a few fast corners, making it seem like a bit of Finland. And oh, that's very tough there, as we're back now to not pretty much that thing where there were a few houses there. We're back to the wilderness, let's just say. But so far we're getting a good green sector, and I really enjoy this stage so far. It looks like it is a very narrow stage indeed, but it's also fast, so you have to be literally on the edge of your seat to do very well. So this is actually my first run around here, and I'm doing fairly decent there, fairly well.
Left 3, 120.
A little bit cautious here and there, not trying to push too much. The car actually feels very good, surprisingly enough. I wasn't expecting it to feel that good. It feels like the older Yaris, so it has that very nice... the car is just really like giving you feedback and all that, and it just feels very good. Oh, I have some narrow sections as we go through some houses, make some contact there with the barrier. That's very, very narrow. I like how they implemented on these new stages, as I'm seeing for the time being from this first stage. They've implemented the changes of surface on the gravel, just like they did in Finland, just for a short now part of the stage. This time there's a lot more variation in the surface for a longer period of time, and also like how narrow this stage is. Like, it really brings more to the immersion of the game. And that's what I love about these stages, the narrow and technical parts, and also the fast parts which are narrow. Like, the narrowness in the stages of this game is what makes these stages very special. And also the elevation changes in the surface of the gravel. Absolutely lovely stage for the time being, and it's got to be probably my favorite Portuguese stage for the time being. Like, absolutely insane, great addition. Oh god, I made a mistake. that was a bit exaggerating there. I was trying to piss a little bit more there, but you know, I expect these mistakes to happen. I mean, it's my first ever run. But yeah, so far I absolutely love this stage. It's just, look at this, it's just crazy. It's got the technical parts, it's got the fast parts, it's got the narrowness, it's got like the change in the elevation. Look at that, it's like a roller coaster. It's got the bumps and everything. Like, it's pretty much got everything that a stage needs to have in order to be a good stage for WRC9. And I was not expecting me to say this, but apparently Portugal really needed an upgrade, and this is the upgrade it really needed. Like, if you would ask me, I would have probably upgraded another location, like I would have upgraded like Germany or Wales or Italy. You know, Portugal seemed like a good location, but you know, I'm not gonna like complain for getting these brand new amazing stages. No matter where they are in the calendar, I'm still gonna drive around them, so that's just absolutely insane. Great job once again from Tillotson. I just can't wait to go on to the next stage and see how that one compares to this one.
Hard brake, acute hairpin right, don't cut, 100. Acute hairpin left, tree in, 200. Caution, right 2, don't cut, into through water, and square left, don't cut, 80. Left 4, short, don't cut, into right 3, don't cut, 80.
Went through a little bit of water there, so we're 10 seconds faster. So far we're having a very good stage. I just really like this stage. It seemed very like, the flow was nice on this one. It had the speed, it had the technical parts, it had absolutely everything that I want in the stage, and probably this is a very, very good introduction as we go onto the limit there. That's a very good sector there for me. Final sector must be so good. But a few final corners there to probably come across the finish line to set my first ever time around this stage. Oh, I've gone a little bit too fast through there. Carried way too much speed. Gonna get another penalty, a 5-second one. Probably that's gonna cost us victory. But still, what a time that was around this first day. That was my first drive. I actually win there by 8.1 seconds. So this new car, the Toyota Yaris, go and try it out. It's actually a very, very good car. I feel like it's even better than the Fiesta and the Hyundai, in my opinion. But you know, second stage now, Arganil, 7.47 kilometer stage, and this time I'm going to be driving the Citroen C3. So let's give it a shot and see how the Citroen C3 compares to the Yaris. I bet it's not going to be as good, but yeah, let's just go and give it a shot. Citroen C3, Andreas Mikkelsen around this second new stage of Portugal, and away we go. And yeah, this pretty much is the same length, another short stage around Portugal, and we already started with some heavy gravel and some hairpins, reminding us a little bit of Turkey or probably Argentina. So, you know, they're really implementing characteristics from other locations into these stages, and I really like this so far.
Left 3, small cut, 80. Left 2 and right 4. Into left 4, tightens, long, over crest. and right 3 into left 4. Into right 3, don't cut, and left 5, long, tightens 4. And right 5, narrows, and right 3. Into left 3, don't cut, and right 3, short. And left 4, and right 3, 80.
Oh, that was a very, very deep there, like a weird dip. It really made me lose the traction at the rear, but so far I'm really enjoying this stage. It seems like a far more technical stage. I like the scenery where there's so many high like trees that just make the whole stage being under a shadow. Now we're a little bit out of the forest, let's just say, and yeah, well, this is an amazing stage as well. I feel like so far the first one has been more impressive, but this one doesn't really fall short. Just about, yeah. It's only just the first few sectors, so there's still a long way to go into this one. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. The Citroen feels like the Citroen from last year. Nothing really changed. The physics obviously have changed. I've never really liked the Citroen C3. I felt like it was not a weak car, but it was fairly heavy and the handling was not as good as even the Fiesta. Not to compare it obviously with the Yaris. The Yaris is the best one, but in comparison to like the Fiesta and the Hyundai, I feel like it's more up to par with the Hyundai. I love this sort of replay camera from the helicopter. This is just like the real WRC cameras. Absolutely love it. Look at these fast corners there, left and right. Very fast with the Citroen. Driving as Andreas Mikkelsen as always. But yeah, the Citroen is probably one of the worst WRC cars on this game. Of course I like it. I mean, the livery isn't something special, as we're 48 thousandths of a second faster. It's just a Pirelli livery. I mean, like, obviously I prefer the Red Bull livery that Ozzy drove with last year, but unfortunately Citroen is out of the sport, and you know, we'll miss them obviously. It's very sad to see a manufacturer going away. Oh god, we hit a rock there. As we're back into a more technical part. We didn't have a lot of surface changes there in terms of the gravel, so I think this stage has a very interesting like inner city part that I've seen on the screenshots of the stage, so I'm waiting for that. I feel like, yeah, it must be that little city, little village up in front. We're probably gonna go through there.
Short, hard brake, into left 1, short over bridge, into left 1, short 100. Right 5, keep into left 5, tightens 100. Right 4, into right 4, small cut. Into left 5, tighten. Into brake, square right, very narrow. And left 1, medium.
Oh, that's very narrow, and that's the change on surface. It's something like tarmac, sort of like a little pavement, and yeah, that's the inner city. Absolutely lovely there. That's probably going to be a thumbnail. Oh, that's amazing. That's great. That's great. That's RBR stuff. The way that you completely change like the surface. You go into a little bit of tarmac, which is not like tarmac, but I actually felt every single like sort of variation on that little tarmac part, and absolutely loved it. Phenomenal stuff. That was probably the highlight of this stage. So a very good stage overall. Reminded me that it was Portugal. You know, it gave me like the Portuguese vibe. Obviously, we lost this one. Weren't that fast onto the last few sectors, but what an absolute banger of a stage. Absolutely loved it. I feel like, you know, it reminded me more of Portugal, but that inner village sort of part was absolutely insane. And now what I'm going to be doing is just going for a little bit of a drive on the ES stage, the epic stage, Quevedeiras de Basto, pretty much. And we're going to be driving, let's just go with the current world champion of 2020, Sebastian Ogier. For anyone who has missed the finale, Sebastian Ogier actually won the championship, not Elfyn Evans, who was the favorite. But this epic stage is the normal one, not the reverse one, and it actually has both the stages that we're driven at, but I think one is on reverse and the other is the normal one. I feel like this is the normal one and the first one is the reverse one. And I'm right, we're starting off a 17-kilometer stage. This is the first stage that we drove on reverse, and then we're probably going to go into the second stage that we drove pretty much normally, not reverse. So away we go, driving the Toyota Yaris. Nowadays the Toyota Yaris that pretty much competes in the World Rally Championship, not the Rally Concept. And it's nice to actually compare the two cars. They feel very similar, and I can confirm you that right now. But I can't really say that the Rally Concept is better or this is worse. They feel very similar, and I feel like you can achieve the same sort of laps, say the same sort of times with both these cars. Which one looks better? In my opinion, this one looks better. Like, the front looks much better than the Rally Concept. We just don't really get on with that front end of the car. But the rear end could be argued eventually, but we'll see, we'll see. Probably in terms of like a performance, they're fairly the same, in my opinion. But the thing that the Yaris has in comparison to the Fiesta, the Hyundai, and the C3 is that it's so much more. Oh, I made contact with the barrier there. It's so much more stable over the jumps. Like, it has a very good stability over jumps and all that, which makes it much faster, and it's lighter. It feels lighter, which makes it more responsive. So it's a very, very good car. But so far I'm actually very, very slow throughout this stage. I feel like I'm something like 2 seconds slower already, and we tend to do very well on epic stages, but this time around seems like it's not the case. I'm waiting to see these sort of stages in the career mode probably for the next season. I don't know which car I'm going to be driving next season, because I haven't actually signed a contract yet, but you know, we'll see, we'll see. This the second season of our WRC 9 career mode on the WRC, the second season of WRC. Overall, it's going to be our 4th season. So it's a very exciting career mode. If you don't watch it, go and watch my WRC 9 career mode. I bet you will enjoy it if you like WRC 9, go watch my career mode pretty much.
Left 4 short, rock in, and left 4 100. Right 5 narrows, brake into left 4 into.
I'm actually not really pushing a lot. This just feels like I'm very scared to push. This stage just seems a little bit more narrow than what it was before. I guess I keep on making mistakes, and the rain has started now. I've actually put dynamic weather, and I bet it's just gonna go from bad to worse at this point, with the rain just coming down. I feel like it's gonna be 100% rain by the end of this stage, so it's gonna be very, very tough to keep up with the pace and even keep it on the road, in my opinion. I feel like the rain sometimes just gets way too tough on this game, especially on a stage that I don't really know, because this is the reverse one and I have no idea. It's completely different, you know. It's the same stage, but it is completely different to drive the reverse stage. It's not like you drive an F1 circuit on reverse where you know a little bit of how things go. This time around, even if you really know the stage, if you go on the reverse one, you're just missing out. You're just lost. You feel lost. So I'm going wide there. Why did I press the accelerator there? That was a bit of a mistake by me. Either way, back on track, not a penalty, but obviously we're going to be how many seconds slower? That is going to be 14 seconds slower. I deserve that. A lot of mistakes. I'm really not pushing a lot, and the rain is just, look at that. It's just like an extreme conditions event at this point. The only thing missing is the fog, but at this point, like, the handling feels like it's an extreme conditions event. There's way too much water on the gravel that just make the whole car just understeer through the corners, and yeah, it just feels bad, man. But it's a great challenge. Like, if you really want to challenge yourselves and not really go for like hunt down the time, just do that, because it's absolutely insane. Like, it just makes this game feel like the best rally title as I go wide there. But yeah, like, the rain on this game might be very high, but it's very deserving once you get it right. But I just can't really find a way to get this kind of weather right. And this is actually the connection of the two stages, which you can't really find on a single stage. As you can see, there's a dip below a bridge and now over a bridge. And this is sort of like a few corners that you don't find on either of the stages. So that is exclusive to the epic stage. Oh god, what is going on? I know this part. I don't know this part. I'm still making a mistake going 70 kilometers per hour. I'm driving like a grandma, and I'm still like almost like on the verge of crashing. Oh god, the weather conditions are horrendous. Oh, some tarmac now. There's some tarmac here, and now a right hairpin probably to kick off the second stage, which we've already done, you know. So that was the connection part, the sort of connection of the first and the second stage, and now onto the second stage, which is not a reverse. We've already driven to here, and yeah, the rain is just getting stronger and stronger, second after second. It's just getting worse out here in Portugal.
And left 5 tightens, rock in, into right 6 long, tightens 50. Left 5 over crest, rock in, into right 6, long, over jump. And left 4, small cut, rock out, 150 over crest. Left 5 tighten, into left 5, tightens. Into brake, square right, very narrow. And left 1, medium.
And now going through the inner village for one more time, this time with the older Yaris. Not going to be able to drift with that kind of rain there, but oh god, I'm just running wide through a lot of corners, and you know, probably a setup would fix things up. As you already know me, I never use setups. Like a lot of people like ask me down the comments of a career mode episode, what is your setup? And I'm like, I just don't use a setup, you know. I just go all out default. When obviously I'm gonna take part in the esports competition, I'm gonna use a setup. But for the time being, I'm just not using. I feel like when you learn something on default, you're gonna master default, and then you move on to the setup, and it just feels massively better, and you're gonna gain a lot of time either way. But you know, setups are a little bit like not needed for career mode episode. I just want to make it as hard as I can for me, and in order to make it more enjoyable. But these were pretty much the Portuguese stages. We've tried in today's episode the 3 new stages, not the reverse ones. Obviously we did try in theory, by doing this epic stage, we did try the first stage on reverse, and yeah, I feel like it's great to get new content for free. You know, I still think that these stages could have been implemented on a different location, but you know, every single location apparently needs updating, because we've had some of these stages since WRC 7. For example, Portugal has been here since WRC 7, so getting 6 new stages to pretty much drive around in Portugal it's a phenomenal achievement, and obviously I'm happy about it. Thank you, Killer Tom. Great stages as always. I loved like the variety we had in the gravel surfaces on the first one. I loved the narrowness that all these stages had, and I really like the new Yaris actually. It's a very, very good car, and if we can actually pick it up on the career mode, it would make it even more usable, and would really like prove that, you know, I like the new car, but if I can't use it on the career mode, then I'm probably not going to use it that much. So hopefully we can use it on career mode as well as the C3. I would love to see that happening. But yeah, probably we're not going to see that happening. But either way, it's a nice update, and I just don't want to say that I'm only acceptable on free content. I feel like if we had a DLC with the Estonian rally and the Monster rally, I feel like people would buy it, and like a 15 or 20 euro DLC, including 2 new rally locations or 2 new stages, completely new stages, not added to a concurrent location, I feel like it would be absolutely amazing, and a lot of people will buy it. But either way, that was my feedback. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and when you subscribe, ring that bell notifications for any new videos. Join me at Disco7, follow me on Twitter, and until next video guys, I'll catch you later. Goodbye.